The new Lexus RZ 450e, the future of luxury. Lexus is getting into the EV game with the RZ 450e, which shares a platform with the Toyota BZ4X and the Subaru Solterra. This being a Lexus, it's sporting a much posher cabin to go along with its more upscale exterior styling. Although it shares its 65.6 kWh battery pack with the BZ4X, the Lexus's powertrain is a more powerful dual-motor setup that's good for 308 horsepower. The luxury brand calls this powertrain Direct 4, which offers standard all-wheel drive. The RZ's exterior is sharply styled with a floating roof, a ducktail spoiler, and an aggressive headlamps. The cabin takes a more minimalist approach in its design, with most controls being operated through a large 14-inch touchscreen infotainment display. So in this video, we will discuss the new Lexus RZ 450e. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Surprisingly potent performance. That battery pack, which is made of Panasonic prismatic cells, juices a pair of electric motors that provides all-wheel drive. Up front is a larger 150 kilowatt unit, while the rear axle is energized by an 80 kilowatt motor. All told, the RZ 450e packs a 308 horsepower wallop, plenty in an SUV that is closer in length to a Lexus RX than the smaller NX. Stretching its legs on Spain's Circuit Escola near Barcelona, the RZ certainly knows how to move. Acceleration is smooth but also effortless. No, it's not Tesla Model S quick, but I'd estimate this vehicle can hit 60 miles per hour in the 6-second range, plenty of performance for street use. Like any good Lexus, the RZ 450e's ride quality tends towards the softer side, but body roll is reasonably well controlled even while pushed through corners at excessive speeds. McPherson struts support the front end, while a double wishbone setup props up the rear. Frequency reactive dampers, Lexus's first implementation of this mechanical shock absorber technology, respond differently to varying roadway inputs, helping to iron out surface imperfections without beating you up. There's no hiding this vehicle's mass, but like other EVs, it feels planted until the tires start squealing in protest. The all-wheel drive system can apportion torque front to rear based on conditions or driving mode, though vigorously exercising the RZ on a track reveals this system is smooth and completely seamless. When it's time to slow your roll, the braking is as natural as organic quinoa, because oddly enough, there's no transition from regenerative to friction braking. When you hit the pedal, there's no increase in regenerative braking because the vehicle just uses its friction brakes. This leaves a small amount of efficiency on the table, but the RZ 450e's chief engineer explained the company feels the accelerator pedal should only be used for acceleration, not slowing down. An unexpected answer from the automaker that practically invented this technology with its pioneering Prius hybrid. Similarly odd, the RZ 450e does not offer a true one-pedal driving experience, though it provides 4 different regenerative braking intensities. The lowest one delivers nearly zero drag, while the most potent offers up to 0.15 GS of deceleration. Steer clear. The RZ 450e will offer 2 different steering systems, a conventional setup with a wheel and a futuristic fully electronic steer-by-wire yoke with no physical connection to the front wheels. The conventional affair operates as you'd expect. It's intuitive and natural, with a light touch and moderate ratio. Naturally, there's zero learning curve, which is not so with the yoke. In certain countries, the science fiction steering system will be called the One Motion Grip. Yeah, OMG for short. According to engineers, it offers numerous advantages over its century-plus-old compatriot. More motorcycle handlebars than wheel, the yoke provides better visibility of the instrument cluster, offers enhanced agility at low speeds with no nervousness on the highway, and it even eliminates wheel winding. This is all backed up by fully redundant electronic systems and even a small secondary battery to power all this stuff in an emergency. On track, the yoke is surprisingly good, enhancing the RZ's agility and seamlessly adapting the steering ratio as speeds change. It makes this SUV feel stable and agile, though there is pretty much zero feedback from the front tires. The yoke only turns about 150 degrees from lock to lock, so it's never making a full revolution, unlike Tesla's setup. Unfortunately, at lower speeds around a tight cone course, the RZ 450e feels darty, small corrections resulting in big front wheel movements, which can make the SUV feel like it's rocking from side to side. There's a learning curve to that yoke too. I often try going hand over hand while steering around cones, but there's nothing to grab. Plus, at low speeds, it takes concentration to dial in the right amount of steering angle without overdoing it, which is not so with a much more relaxed steering wheel. Lexus also set up a short, low-traction course that allows me to experience at-the-limit handling. Kicking the conventional RZ's rear out with a generous stab of accelerator requires copious amounts of counter-steer to correct. It's easy and natural to slide the vehicle and maintain control, but it takes a lot of very quick hand movements to do. This is not the case with the yoke. Thanks to its much quicker ratio, only a small amount of input is required to arrest oversteer. Range, charging, and battery life. The RZ450 will use the same 65.6 kWh battery pack as the bZ4X and Solterra, which should deliver around 225 miles of driving range per charge, according to Lexus. A 6.6 kilowatt onboard charger is weaker than many rivals, and the RZ's DC fast charging capabilities are limited to 150 kilowatt connections. Infotainment and connectivity. A large 14-inch infotainment touchscreen dominates the RZ's dashboard that looks similar to the screen found in the gasoline-powered NX SUV. Lexus says that the driver can interact with the system by touching the screen and also by using voice commands. A digital gauge display and a head-up display are also included. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both with wireless connectivity capabilities, are expected to be standard. What's it like to drive? The Lexus RZ450e has two electric motors, one on the front axle and another on the rear, which give it four-wheel drive and produce a combined 308 bhp. That's enough for 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds. By comparison, the Audi Q4 e-tron 50 Quattro needs 6.2 seconds, but the Tesla Model Y long range can hit 62 miles per hour in only 4.8 seconds. It also means the RZ450e is significantly more powerful than the range-topping bZ4X, which has just 214 bhp. And sure enough, the RZ450e feels properly brisk, even though Lexus has clearly focused on delivering smooth acceleration rather than the neck-snapping performance of the Model Y. The four-wheel drive system in the RZ450e automatically adjusts the power distribution between the front and rear wheels as required, which helps to enhance traction. That said, the focus of the engineers appears to have been more on delivering composure and comfort than excitement. To the big question then, what's that steer-by-wire system like? Well, it has real potential, but is likely to be an acquired taste due to the period of adjustment required from the driver. At higher speeds, there's a natural weighting to the yoke that actually inspires more confidence than the traditional steering setup that you can get in the RZ450e. That's even reasonable feedback, even though it's entirely artificially generated. On the other hand, in slower bends, you initially find yourself turning in more sharply than needed. But you soon learn to temper your efforts, and over time, that would likely be rewarded. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.